Moisturize my face, and now for foundation I'm using the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Glow. I am in the shade 205 Natural Beige. So I like this foundation because it gives you that fresh, dewy look, and even though I'm oily, this is so good on my skin. Like, I don't really feel greasy at all. Although after 8 hours, I can already see yung oil speaking through my skin. Pero parang kaya pa rin naman siyang gawa ng paraan using a beauty blender. By the way, this is a Real Techniques buffing brush. I did not use my beauty blender today kasi this foundation is quite sheer on its own. So if I use the beauty blender, mas magiging sheer looking siya lalo. So, yun, I opt to use a buffing brush instead. The great thing about this foundation is that parang it looks like skin. It doesn't really look like you have foundation or too much foundation on your skin. Just evens out the skin, gives your face a healthy glow. As you can see, if I move my face around, I hope nakikita niyo yung parang glow niya. It's not full coverage though, but I think it can be buildable. Now that I'm done with foundation, again, using my concealer, my favorite, as usual, Maybelline Fit Me Concealer in the shade Sand. I'm also using this to prime my lids na rin. Since we're going to put some eyeshadow. And then to set that, I'm going to use the Studio Fix Powder Foundation by MAC using just a Real Techniques multitasking brush. It's one of my favorite brushes. So, as you can see, or if you have noticed, I only applied the powder underneath the eyes, or kung saan lang ako nag-concealer, because I am going to add the NYX Born to Glow Liquid Illuminator. So, since I want, or I'm going for that yun ngang very dewy glow, so gagamitin ko to, lalagay ko lang siya dun sa, ito siya, ganun yun, di ba? And when blended into the skin, it's like this. So, I'm just going to apply it dito sa my cheekbones. Sparingly lang muna until you achieve that glow, and then bridge of the nose, chin. Hindi ko masyadong lalagyan sa forehead kasi baka masyado nang maging oily or greasy looking yung skin ko. So, if you have oily skin, and if you want to go for that very glowy look, avoid putting so much on your forehead kasi can tend to look greasy instead of dewy. Magkaiba kasi yun. So, using again my beauty blender, I'm going to press that into my skin. It's just a very subtle glow. Hindi naman siya blinding. But, medyo, ano siya eh, parang peachy champagne yung color niya. And then on the chin. And I am again going back with my powder. But this time around, I'm just going to set yung kung saan tayo hindi naglagay ng liquid illuminator. So, kasi kapag nilagyan natin ng powder yun, mawawala siya. So, try to avoid yung areas where we applied the illuminator. Ayan. So, yeah. And then, for bronzer, I'm gonna use the Laura Mercier Candle Glow Sheer Perfecting Powder in 6. So, this is technically a powder, but I use this for bronzing my face. Kasi it has that illuminating effect. I don't really like putting on too much matte products on my skin. Even though I'm oily, I go for that dewy look still. Even in my clients. Uso eh. Charot eh. It makes you look healthy, di ba? And kapag kasi glowy, what? Pag kasi glowy yung look, parang mas fresh ka lang tingnan. So, there. And then, for blush, I am going to use the Balm in Stain Blush in this shade Lace. So, it looks scary in the pan. Tingnan nyo. Like, it's so baby pink, bright pink. But, on the cheeks, I really love it. Gives you that fresh look. As you can see, medyo pigmented siya. So, if your blush is very pigmented, try to use a very light hand. And try to tap off the excess as much as possible. And I forgot to add that this instant blushes from the Balm, even their other colors, sobrang long wearing nila. Parang isa to sa mga blushes na talagang tumatagal sa skin ko, sa oily skin ko. Kahit tapos na yung office day ko, grabe, nandun pa din siya. So, I highly recommend this if you're really looking for that long wearing blush. Doing my eyes, and I'm using this one. Ta-da! So cute. It's the Colourpop Dream Street palette. Their collaboration with Kathleen Lights. So, Kathleen Lights is one of my favorite YouTubers. I'm first going in with this shade, this brown shade right here. It's called Shooting Star. So, I'm using a crease brush and just putting this sa crease ko. Her shadows are very pigmented, and I think this is her best collab yet. I tried her Morphe palette. Di ko masyadong nagustuhan. Parang very common, and medyo hindi ko lang gusto yung shade collection nun. It's okay palette, pero mas maganda tong Colourpop niya. I'm going to use this shade right here. It's a beautiful terracotta brown shade. It's called Potion. And I'm using a smaller crease. I'm just putting a very light amount kasi gusto ko magkaroon ng emphasis lang sa dewiness ng look. Hindi masyado sa eyes today. I have a tip din pala for you guys. If you think na masyado kayong maraming nakuha na product sa brush, you can like alisin yung excess dito sa kanya siya ilagay. Dahan-dahan lang when it comes to blending. It really takes time. So let's just do the same thing on the other eye. And now I am going to use this shade, this beautiful shade right here. It's called Twinkle. It's a pretty rose gold shade. And I'm just going to use it with my fingers. You see that? You see that? Kind of blinding, diba? Ganda oh. It's my favorite shade in this palette. I am not sure if you see other makeup artists or YouTubers na they spray pa yung MAC Fix Plus or any setting spray in the eyeshadow para mas maging standout or mas maging intense. With this Twinkle shade right here, you don't really need to use a MAC Fix Plus or any setting spray para lang maging intense siya. Kasi it's already intense enough on its own. Now, for my eyeliner, I'm going to use the shade, this dark brown shade. It's called Elfish. I'm gonna dip this in here and just apply it like this. And then I'm gonna do the same thing on the other eye. My inner corner highlight, I'm going to use the shade called Sweet Dreams. You see how sparkly the shadows are? Brow bone highlight. I'm gonna use the shade called Moony. Just going to put the shades Potion and Elfish on my lower lash lines. I'm just gonna do it off cam kasi alam niyo naman ako paano siya gawin. Next thing, I'm gonna curl my lashes and then apply some mascara. Mascara I'm using is the L'Oreal Miss Manga Falls Lash Waterproof Mascara. You all know, if you have been watching my channel, this is my favorite mascara ever. It's drugstore, it's affordable, and it's good. And guys, if you want to add some lashes, you can do that, but I don't really like putting on falsies, especially if the mascara is already enough for me. But feel free to do what you want. Sabi nga nila, to each his own. So, for the lips, I am going to use Bobbi Brown matte lipstick. It's in the shade Pink Lily. So, this is a very gorgeous pink shade. It's actually bright looking at first, but yun, this is actually my favorite Bobbi Brown lipstick. Medyo may pagka Barbie pink siya on camera, I think, pero in person it's not. It's just bright. And now for my highlight, syempre hindi ko kakalimutan maglagay ng highlight. I'm gonna try using this shade called Moony dito sa palette. Just wanna see how it will perform as a skin highlighter using this brush. I'm just gonna put it in here. I think it's good. Just the right highlight. So, okay. Now, for the brows, I am going to do it off cam since I want to show you something new in my brow routine. So, I'll be right back for my finished makeup. So, guys, the look is done. Ito na yung glowy, fresh, girly, romantic look, whatever you wanna call it, makeup na I have shared with you today. Sana nagustuhan ninyo. And if you have questions, feel free to send them to me. I will really get back to you on that. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. Bye!